You don't destroy your enemies by shouting. Noise is weakness. Reaction is their fuel. You don't destroy them by playing their games. You rise above the chaos. You stop explaining. Stop defending. Because the second you react, you lose. You destroy them by becoming untouchable, by mastering your emotions so deeply they can't reach you, even when they try. You destroy them by staying silent while they spiral, by rising so far beyond their reach that your existence becomes a reminder of what they could never break. Because the true destroyer doesn't chase, they become. Let them talk. Let them doubt you. Let them laugh at the version of you they think they know. Let them point at your scars, the ones they helped cause. Let them believe you've fallen for good. Let them sleep on your name. Because while they're watching your past, you're building a future they'll never be part of. While they gossip, you grind. While they mock, you move in silence. And by the time they look up, you'll be unrecognizable. Not because you changed to prove them wrong, but because you outgrew the world they tried to trap you in. You don't rise by fighting noise. You rise by becoming immune to it. The louder the world gets, the quieter your focus must become. You don't rise by chasing enemies. You rise by mastering yourself, your emotions, your urges, your ego. Because power isn't in control over others. It's in control over yourself. Discipline is your sword, sharpened daily through repetition, resistance, and refusal. Refusal to break, refusal to quit, refusal to stoop. Silence is your shield, because they can't attack what they can't access. When you stop giving them a reaction, you strip them of their power. And the results? Those are your revenge. Not the petty kind, the quiet kind. The kind that echoes in rooms you don't even enter anymore. The kind they can't ignore, even if they never admit it. Because nothing haunts your enemies like your success without them. They wanted you angry. They wanted to trigger the chaos in you, to drag you into the mud, because that's where they live. But you didn't bite. You gave them something they couldn't predict: focus. They wanted you to quit, to collapse under the pressure, to disappear quietly so they could pretend they were right about you. But instead, you studied, you trained, you evolved. They wanted to break you, piece by piece, with words, with silence, with doubt. They tried to make you feel small, forgettable, replaceable. But you used the pain as bricks. You used the silence as fuel. And what you built, it can't be touched. Because it wasn't built for approval, it was built to outlast. You didn't just survive their hate, you turned it into armor. You don't destroy enemies by becoming like them. You don't stoop. You don't mimic their bitterness, their games, their noise. Because the moment you become them, they win. You destroy them by rising into what they feared most, your potential. You destroy them by turning every insult into fuel, every setback into a strategy, every scar into a story of survival. They wanted you bitter. You became better. They wanted you small. You outgrew the frame they tried to lock you in. You destroy them by becoming everything they said you'd never be: calm when they expected rage, disciplined when they expected failure, unstoppable when they swore you'd never rise again. And the most brutal part? You won't even need to say a word, because your life will speak louder than anything they ever whispered. Let them watch. Let them remember. Let your existence become the proof they tried to erase. Don't react, rise. Because reaction is what they want, a sign they still have access to your mind. But the moment you rise in silence, you become something they can't touch. Let your success haunt them, not out of vengeance, but as a reminder that while they wasted their energy watching, you were building. While they whispered behind your back, you were carving a future so far ahead, they need binoculars just to glimpse it. Your silence was never weakness, it was strategy. And now your existence is the loudest statement you'll ever make. You don't destroy them to prove them wrong. You rise to prove yourself right.